Hey people, Peter Krogh here, and welcome to my 2020 South by Southwest panel picker proposal, the Great Machine Learning Bake-Off. Once again, I'm proposing to do a program with Anna Dixon, who works on photos over at Google. We've presented a number of times together, and I'm excited to do another one. Our talk is specifically about how machine learning can help you make sense of lots of images within an image collection. You might be an individual photographer, or you might be somebody who's managing an institutional library. In either case, you're probably hearing that machine learning is going to change the way that you work. Well, it might. But how are you going to know? We think the best way for you to be able to find out is to actually do a test, and that's what we've done ourselves. So we're running images through multiple different machine learning services, and we're checking to see who's providing good actionable information and who's not. Now, these services include Google Cloud Vision, Amazon Recognition, Microsoft Cloud Services, Clarify, and others that we might find that we think are going to be useful. What we really want to do, though, is see where the rubber meets the road. Our objective here is to do some real-world analysis and let you know where machine learning can help you and where it's not going to help you. We also want to be able to provide some information about the difference between services, which services are better for which different purposes. And we also want to see how these services have changed over time. Finally, we're actually going to show you how you can do this yourself, even for tens of thousands of images, for just a few $100s. And you can get a much better idea of whether these services are actually going to be of use to you for the image collection that you have. Let's take a look at what our approach is and what kind of results we get. In our presentation, we'll show you how the different services do a better or worse job of tagging different things, and we'll be able to look at it in a couple of different and illuminating ways. So for instance, we'll be able to look at an entire list of the keywords or labels that one service will apply to a set of images, and we'll be able to compare that to what is applied in another service. We'll also be able to look at where one of the services was able to find all of the examples, in this case all of the boat examples, and we'll be able to see how often they missed the boat. We'll be able to see what kind of additional information is applied. In this case, we have a picture of a car, and yes, it's a car, but also Google Cloud Vision, in this case, can tell us that it's an Audi car. We'll be able to evaluate the landmark recognition, where the service can frequently tell us where a picture was taken. So, for instance, in this picture, not only does it know that it's the Grand Canyon, but it also knows that it is the Bright Angel Trail. We'll be able to look at the quality of OCR and talk about how it's changed over time. So here's a newspaper article. One of the things that I've noticed is that Google has done a much better job over the last 18 months of understanding columns and parsing the text into columns, and it also does a pretty serviceable job of translating it, in this case from the original Danish into English. I also have noticed over the last about 15 months that Google has started to be able to do handwriting recognition. So in this yearbook page, it was actually able to read this as Dear Dottie, which I think is pretty awesome. So we're going to look at what all the services do. We're going to make some conclusions about which ones do a better job, and we'll present it to you. And you'll be able to evaluate whether this is something that's going to be useful to you, or whether you're going to have to let it marinate a little longer before it's ready to eat. If you like what you see, and you'd want to see this as a presentation at South by Southwest 2020, make sure to vote for us in the panel picker We'll put a link down below this video once that comes live. Thanks.